Hey YouTube, my name is Nick and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over a great budget outline that anyone can start using to get used to managing their money. I use some of these strategies in my own life and I can definitely attest that budgeting and knowing where your money goes helps eliminate a lot of stress. It's much easier because as soon as I get my money or any sort of paycheck, I know exactly where it's going without having to put much thought into it. This strategy also allows a part of your income to go towards entertainment purposes so you can still go out with friends and do fun things that you want to do. A quick disclaimer as usual is that I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I providing you with professional advice. The ideas expressed in this video are my opinions, and what you do with your money is your choice and your choice only. So I think the word budget carries a lot of negative connotations with it. People think of strict rules and never spending any money, and that's not true whatsoever. But as teenagers start to get their first jobs, I believe it's important to allocate their paychecks properly. It's also important to build habits that will stick with them for the rest of their lives. And if you already have a job and might be struggling with money, then this is also a great strategy for you guys to use. Living paycheck to paycheck is not healthy at all, and it really does create financial stress in one's life. And in this video, I'm hoping to help decrease the amount of financial stress in your life. I know that spending money can be an enjoyable experience, but it's just as important to save it. And so for the budget outline that I'm going to be going over, you guys need 3 envelopes, and these envelopes are going to dictate where you can put your money. So I want you to grab 3 envelopes. I want you to label 1 needs, one of them wants, and then the third one save. And I'm going to be going over what each one of those means here in a second. But just label 1 needs, 1 wants, and 1 save. So the first thing that you should do with your money once you get paid is try to save 20% of it. Now you can do this by opening up a bank account at either a physical branch or an online bank, or even just keeping the cash in a pile at home, although that might not be as secure as bringing it to a bank. Your first financial goal should be saving up a $1,000 emergency fund, so if anything major goes wrong, you could pull money from that amount to take care of it. After you've saved up your $1,000 emergency fund, your next goal should be 6 months of monthly living expenses. So you're going to calculate your expenses for 1 month, roughly, and then you're going to multiply it by 6. Whatever that number is should be your savings goal after you've built up your $1,000 emergency fund. This practice of saving money and automatically transferring 20% of your paycheck into a bank account or a savings account is called paying yourself first. So you worked for the money, so you should be the one getting paid first. The money in this category will also go towards paying off debt, such as credit card debt, but none of my viewers should have any credit card debt because they watch how to use a credit card properly, right? My first video. And college debt and student loans could also be a debt in this category. So quick summary, in the save envelope you should put 20% of your money, and this is going to go towards saving, building up your emergency funds, and it's also going to go towards any sort of debt that you've accrued to try to get that paid off as quick as possible, because we want to live debt free. So the next envelope that we're going to be talking about is the wants envelope. And so this section is anything that can be defined as something that you want. This would be anything that you can live without, such as brand new clothes or eating out. You should put absolutely no more than 25% of your income into this envelope. A lot of people struggle to define the difference between a want or a need. They say, well, I need clothes. Well, you do need clothes, but you don't need brand name clothes all the time, brand new. That's going to take a huge cut at your budget, and it's going to take a lot of your money if you're buying these expensive clothes all the time. I just buy these basic clothes and they don't really go out of style, and it makes sense. They're just useful to have. And if you want to treat yourself every once in a while, go ahead and pull money out of this fund to fund it, but don't take it from your needs or your savings envelope, because that's just going to be hurting yourself. Another huge expense that people make is eating out. They like to eat out all the time because it's easy, it's good food, but after a while, those what might not seem like a lot for eating out adds up and adds up and adds up, so you're going to spend a lot of money eating out. So making food at home is a cheaper choice, and it can be much healthier from you. And then also another thing that can be included in the wants section are hobbies. So if your hobby requires any special supplies or anything else, you can pull money from this envelope to buy it as well. So 25% of your income is going into the wants envelope, and that is for anything that you don't immediately need or things that you can live without. Now 50% of your income should go towards needs. Now these are the things that you physically can't live without, and examples would be housing, groceries, utilities, insurance payments, gas, pretty much anything that you need to survive in life. If any of this money is not used, you can either put some more into savings, or you can save it up. If you expect to have more expenses next month, you could just save some and roll it over into the next month. But 50% of your paycheck should be going into the needs envelope. Remember, you can transfer from needs to savings, but you cannot transfer anything into wants. That's because wants is the least essential of all of the envelopes, and that's where people tend to struggle, is once they start getting caught up in all these wants. So you really have to discipline yourself in order to not spend all of that money that you want to be spending. So if you already have $1,000 emergency fund saved up and you don't have any debts, then I think it'd be a smart move to start investing some of the money you're saving. You can split your savings money into half. You could save half of it and invest half of it, whatever really works for you. If you aren't 18 years old and you're watching this video, talk to your parents about opening up a custodial brokerage account. This is an investment account that is in their name, but you can still invest money and make investments off of it. And once you turn 18, all of those funds and everything transfer into your name. So you pretty much just set it up into advance, so you don't have to worry about it once you turn 18, and you could start investing earlier. If you guys want to learn how to set up a custodial brokerage account, I can make another video on it, but it's kind of a long process, so I'm not going to include it in this video. Remember, it's called a custodial brokerage account. I'll put the spelling up on the screen right now. If you guys are unsure of why you should be investing money, then I have a whole nother video on that, explaining all the benefits of investing and why it's great for your financial future and everything like that. So we have 20% saving your money, 25% going to wants, and 50% of your money going towards needs. So that's 95% of your income. That leaves 5% to go. And this 5% of your income you should donate or repurpose for a good cause. It's super important to give back to those around you, and it's an extremely fulfilling feeling knowing that you're making a change in the world, however big or small it might be. But it just keeps you in the right mindset if you're always giving 5% of your income. It doesn't matter, you could donate it to a charity. As long as it's to a good cause, then that's all that matters. So as an action step for this video, I want you guys to write down any money that you spend within a 2-week period and label it as a need or a want. I want you guys to really think about it and be critical, because you might be surprised at how much you are spending on wants. People tend to just think things they want are needs in their head to justify buying it. And so be really critical about this part, like I said, and you might even surprise yourself at how much or how little you're spending. I've made a simple spreadsheet template that I'll link in the description so you could start easily tracking your money. So if you don't get cash payments and you just get a check, you can put the amount that you got in your paycheck after taxes into the spreadsheet. It'll show you how much you could spend on wants, how much you could spend on needs, how much you should save, and how much you should be giving back. So those are the basics at how to start managing your money and your expenses. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you find anything of value in the video, please leave a like or even consider subscribing. And let me know what you think the biggest waste of money is in the comment section below. What do you think people are spending their money on that they might not realize it's hurting them so much? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.